Hello, and welcome to the Breathing Space meditation for Sunday, the 18th of January. Today, going back to basics with meditation on the breath. Meditation, which is all about just very simply keeping our deliberate and curious, mindful awareness on the physical sensations of breathing. And then around that, we can cultivate some of the attitudes of mindfulness and the capacity to rest in the present moment. And as we know, we all have busy minds, we all have restless bodies, impulses, or fatigue, and they can often drift us away from being fully present. The mind wanders into the future. We might be craving for things to be in a certain way, or anxious about things that we don't want to happen, or we could be dwelling in the past, mulling over things that have gone wrong, or mulling over missed opportunities, or maybe even, mulling over pleasant experiences. Either way, going into the past, into the future, takes us away from present moment lived experience. And mindfulness of the breath is a disciplined practice where we have to be aware of where our attention is, and every time it wanders off, bring it back to the breath. So I'll guide you through this practice and see how it lands with you. At the end, we have an opportunity for a little bit of a discussion. So hopefully we've all managed to find a posture, because for this practice, traditionally, mindfulness of the breath is practiced sitting, but if you feel more comfy lying down, then of course that's okay. Whatever posture you choose, try to invite a way of sitting or lying that encourages a sense of mindful presence. As John Kabat-Zinn says, it's not like getting into bed to fall asleep or settling down in your comfy chair for a little snooze. We're coming into practice so we can fall awake. Sense of dignity, but also a sense of being at ease, finding a posture that gives us some balance and some stability. If possible, if we're sitting, trying to have, as best we can, the feet in contact with the floor. And then a sense of the weight going down towards the earth will give us a natural lift in our posture. Allow the spine and the shoulders to find that balance of dignity without effort. You might want a cushion to support your lower back. And for the shoulders, seeing if we can maybe rest the hands in the lap or on the thighs or on the arms of the chair, so that the arms and the shoulders can also rest without effort. And with the neck and the head, also finding that place of balance where the head rests at the top of the spine. Maybe the chin just tucks in ever so slightly, and then the crown of the head is reaching up towards the sky. And just taking a few moments to drop our awareness into the body through connecting with the posture and finding all those places that the body is in contact with floor or chair or cushion or bed. Coming into a sense of just resting in awareness. Resting in awareness, nothing to do, nowhere else to go. Just sitting, feeling the body in the chair, on the bed. As we make this transition from the world of doing and acting, getting things done, as we adjust to this place of just resting in awareness, perhaps we notice the energy in the body, restless or tired, tense or relaxed. Maybe we notice the emotional and mental energy as well. Busy mind or quiet mind. What we call the feeling tone. Pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. Just noticing how gradually we begin to connect to our lived experience and become aware of all these different energies and feeling tones within the body. And at the center of the body, we begin to invite our curiosity towards feeling the movement of breathing in the body. Maybe today we notice it more in the belly or the chest or maybe around the mouth and the nose. Take that hand, would say, breathing in. I know I am breathing in. Breathing out. I know I am breathing out. Breathing in, sensing into all the different physical sensations in belly, chest, mouth, nose, as the air comes into the body. Breathing out, tuning into the physical sensations as air leaves the body. As we breathe, of course, our mind will wander. Things will distract our attention away from breathing, and this is perfectly normal. Our practice is simply to notice, to be aware. And when that thought pulls us away, when that distraction pulls the mind, we just go, up, there's that wandering mind again. We refocus our attention into the physical sensations of in-breath and out-breath. And by following each breath, we can only be here in this present moment. Each breath, a new beginning, a new arriving into present moment awareness. We let go of future, we let go of past. And here in each breath, we find simply now, this moment, a place to rest, to let go of worry or fear or judgment that comes from thinking about past or future. A place just to rest in peace, to feel the full breath coming in all the way through to that little pause at the top, to feel the breath going all the way out to that little pause at the bottom, and then just to follow that rhythm of in and out. Mindfulness of the breath is an exercise in focus, in noticing the wandering mind and cultivating the capacity to let go of all those things and to refocus, to reconcentrate our curiosity into the body, out of the mind, simply following the physical sensations of breathing. And this doesn't mean that we shut other things out. It's more like when you're on a Zoom screen and there's the camera that chooses to autofocus on the person in front of the screen, and then there's the background that becomes blurred, unfocused. So we can allow those thoughts, the sounds of the world around us, and all the other distractions to become that out of focus background. And we bring our attention, our focus, our clarity, our deliberate mindful awareness again and again back to following in breath and out breath. And breathing in, we can widen that focus now to include the body. And breathing out, it's like we bring our mind home into the body. Feeling the physical sensations of this living, breathing body, sitting in a chair, lying on a bed. We become aware of our limbs, our bones, our muscles, our inner organs, our skin. And at the center of it all, in breath and out breath. As we breathe around the breath, we breathe into different parts of the body, just checking in with how things are. If we find any tension, breathing in, we connect to those places of tension. And we breathe in softness and kindness. And breathing out, we invite a sense of calm and letting go. Breathing in, I connect with my body. Breathe in kindness softness. Breathing out, I invite a sense of ease, of calm. As we breathe into the body, we smile. Breathing in, I smile. Smile into any of those places that feel tense or tired, that feel restless or heavy. Breathing in, I smile. Breathing out, inviting a letting go of effort. Invite a sense of ease. As we do this, breathing in with a smile, noticing anywhere in the body that feels at ease, that feels comfortable or has a pleasant feeling tone. Anything of gratitude that we can recognize here, the miracle of a breathing, living body. Breathing in, I smile. I connect to the pleasant, the joyful, the gratitude. Breathing out, I invite a sense of dwelling in a place of joy. We don't need to look to the future or the past for that sense of joy. We just stay right here in this moment with each new breath, each connection to the living, breathing body. We find that joy that exists in every moment, with every breath. Joy in the capacity to breathe, or the beating heart, or sensations in the body. The joy found in the pleasant feeling tone, the smile, the breath. And of course, life is a balance. So we can also connect to the difficult, the painful, perhaps even emotion or thought or physical sensation. Still maintaining our following of the in breath and the out breath as our focus. We open, we widen our awareness to recognize anything here in each moment which feels difficult, painful, challenging. And we breathe with this. Breathing in, becoming aware of difficulty. And breathing out, I embrace those places where difficulty is felt. as best we can, breathing into that difficulty, the emotion, the thoughts, the sensation. And on the out breath, inviting a sense of embracing, accepting, holding in kindness those difficult thoughts or emotions or those places of pain in the body. As we breathe into these thoughts, we can recognize the nature of the thinking. As we breathe into these emotions, we can feel the energy of those emotions. As we breathe into the places of pain or tension, discomfort in the body, we just recognize and hold in awareness with each breath, but embraced with softness and kindness, with compassion. Thich Nhat Hanh finishes his breathing meditation with the phrase, breathing in, I dwell in the present moment. Breathing out, I feel it is a wonderful moment. And wonderful here is just full of wonder, connecting to the true beauty and complexity and layers of moment by moment lived experience. And so we have about 15 minutes of our practice left. And you don't need to be counting the minutes, I'll do that for you. Just 15 minutes for our own silent practice on the breath. Breathing in I know I'm breathing in and breathing out. I know I'm breathing out. And breathing in, I dwell in the present moment. Breathing out, I feel it is a wonderful moment. When Sharon Salzberg teaches mindfulness on the breath, she tells the story of her first experience when she realized just how difficult it is to stay focused on the breath with the busy mind and the restless body. And she says we just need to focus on one breath, just one, to be fully present with that one breath. And when we let that breath go, we just tune in to be fully present with one more, just one more breath, and then one more. And when we're distracted, we notice that moment of joy. We embrace that moment of difficulty with compassion. We feel that sensation in the body. And then we gently return to being fully present for the next breath in, for the next breath out. And so we continue our practice. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. Breathing in, I dwell in the present moment. Breathing out, I feel it is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I smile. Breathing out, I release. We can practice mindfulness on the breath anywhere we want. We take the breath with us wherever we go. Mindfulness on the breath can be one breath or 5 breaths. It can be a practice of a few seconds or of an hour or of a whole day. Just connecting to the breath, to the present moment, resting in that space without present, without future, without past, without words, just this flow of in-breath and out-breath, and this flow of awareness. And so for now, we'll come to the end of our formal practice, and that means I'm going to end this recording. Of course, we can maybe share a little bit about today's practice or ask any questions. And if you're watching again on video, there's always the opportunity for a bit of journaling or ways of reflecting on how you can bring this practice into your week ahead.